Alright guys, welcome to another video from XF Motorsports. This video is going to be about taking the E55 ASL to the first track day of the year. It was the Speed Fun track day. It was hosted by one of my friends, Alan, and it was actually a really good event. This car actually did its best ever lap time that it's done so far. And I also got some time to film some of the other competitor cars that showed up. Also got a few laps in the AMG GTC. So yeah, all that is going to be coming later in the video, but first actually let's get you guys started with where this car was 3 weeks ago, which was quite a bit of a messy preparation to get it ready for the track. I had given this car to a few university students. They were doing their final year project to improve the transmission shifting system. They were basically making a new system for that. And when I got the car back, one of the transmission linkage inside the transmission was broken, because of which pretty much the whole car had to be taken apart. The transmission had to be rebuilt and everything had to be put back together. So yeah, that was definitely a little bit of extra work, but it all worked out at the end. So yeah, let's get you guys started with everything we did on the car and then getting to the event. So here's a look at the car 2 weeks away from the race, and as you can tell, we have quite a bit of work to do still. We just changed the clutch on it. We put not the whole clutch, just the clutch plate in there. We put a new one in there, and now we're gonna put the transmission back on. We nicely cleaned up the transmission and everything, and made a small modification in it so that we can do clutchless shifting, which I'm not sure is gonna work or not, but I'm gonna try it anyways. And yeah, after the transmission is on and after we put all this back together, we need to then get to making a rear wing. Took some time to clean up the wiring and stuff over here, which I still need to do a little bit of cleaning up. This was the circuit over here that Matt made for the transmission. It's a pretty cool circuit. It controls this this whole shifting system that I guess I'll show you a little later when it's all hooked up. Yeah, we did a little bit of work there too, changing a few things around, but yeah, let's get back to putting this car back together. And after that, we have a little bit of programming to do to get the shifting thing working, and then getting to all the rest of it, trying to get the car ready. So the car is back in one piece already. I already started it up. Seems to be running fine. It was actually surprisingly easy putting it back together. Only took us a few hours, and yeah, it's already all done. But that said, we still have a little bit of work left. I need to put the shifting mechanism back on the transmission. I need to still link these crank breather hoses all the way to the back so that all that oil spilling thing goes away. And yeah, next once we get the car driving with the clutch and shifter and everything, I do have quite a bit of programming work to do. So the next 2 weeks were unfortunately a bit of a disaster, because getting the shifter working did not turn out to be too easy. I had to end up changing the circuit, making a new circuit for it and making a new program for it to actually control it. And yeah, that took a lot of time, so that's why there was barely any other time left to do anything else on the car. So after 2 weeks and a lot of struggle, I apologize I didn't make videos through the process, but basically what happened was that I had to do a bit of work on this shifter and a bit of work on the circuit that controls it. I had to change that circuit actually. Matt made a different circuit for it. He made a pretty cool design. The hardware and everything was good, but it was missing a few things, so I didn't have time to change it. I ended up making a new prototype circuit just to control the shifter for now, and my own code, so I had to rewrite the code. It's 1 to 4 programmed right now. All the gears will work. I just need to add a little bit of code to make the 5th and 6th working too. And the shift times are a little bit slow because the problem with this new shifting thing was that Well, it's a little bit of my fault too that I didn't overlook their design, but they didn't have any feedback sensors originally on this shifter. I later glued on this side-to-side sensor that would sense the position when the shifter was moving side to side, because that was of course really important to have to see which gear you were shifting into. But the forward and backwards, the only feedback I have right now is the neutral switch on the transmission. The other problem with this mechanism was that the sizes of things were pretty wrong. They've basically made this part, this cylinder that moves the gears in and out of gear, it's really big, it's really powerful. It damaged the old transmission. We had to take everything apart and rebuild it and put it back in. But it's I'm pretty sure it's gonna damage things again if we didn't control it. So we lowered the pressure now. The system pressure is much lower than what it was before. And well, the other thing that still scares me is that it doesn't have any stoppers to stop it when the gear goes all the way in, so it keeps pushing on the fork. So that could be something that could be dangerous. So I'll just be careful for now, and I'll keep an eye on everything, and hopefully it doesn't cause any trouble. Yeah, let me show you guys how it's shifting gears right now. And let me start the car first. So right now it's in neutral. When you press the upshift button, it will move it into first gear, and then after that second gear, that's third gear. Third gear is a little slow again because I have a restrictor on that thing that moves the shifters shifting side to side, just to give the feedback loop enough time to work properly and check if the position is right. Yeah, that's fourth gear. Here at the Speed Fun Time Attack with the 55 ASL TMP. Pretty nice day, the weather is amazing. And well, the event is pretty cool. This is there's quite a few cool cars out here, and it's one of those events. It's actually the first Speed Fun event. It's hosted by one of my friends, Alan. I'll see if he's around. I'll let him talk more about the event. But basically, it's like a more chill event where people can show up with their cool cars and go on the track in their sessions. And today I'll take some time to actually show you guys some of the cars around here, like quite a few Porsches, Corvettes over there, Mercedes. There's a few AMG GTs. So I arrived to the event a little bit late, so after that I had to get in the car right away and go for my session. And well, I'll let you guys watch some of the footage from this first session, because this one and the last one are the only two that I recorded with the onboard camera, because there was a problem with the camera midway and it didn't record any of the other footage. But that's okay, because there's quite a lot of other stuff to show you guys from this event. For the first session, I wasn't pushing the car too much, just because we had just put the whole car together and I wasn't even sure if everything was going to work properly. But yeah, everything seemed pretty good, so slowly I started pushing it more once we got out there again. So far the car did a 1 minute 16. I only took it out once. I wasn't pushing it too much, just driving it easy, but it feels pretty good. The grip level is amazing. The tuning issue, there is one tuning issue going on right now. When I go full on the throttle, it cuts power, so I think it's either an overboost or running lean or something, but I'll look into that later. For now I wasn't going full throttle just to avoid the problem, but other than that the car feels pretty good. Everything seems pretty solid. So yeah, let's go out there a few more times and see how the day goes. After that, it was time for the group photo session, so everyone lined up on the track, and it gave me a good chance to actually film some of the other cars. Here for the group photo session, quite a few cars over here, and they're all really cool cars. So I'll go through them. I'll show you some of these cars. So this is a Supra, Martin's friend Supra. Martin's over there. That's his Supra, the yellow one. You guys probably saw it in last year on the one of the Northern Speed events, but I'll quickly show you guys this car. It has a pretty nice air kit on it, a splitter. He's running, well, he said he's running 118th right now, but hopefully he'll go faster once he gets a few more laps in, and with the suspension and everything. Martin, you want to talk a little bit about it? About the car? I'm making a video.
Stock suspension, everything. Just got a full aero kit.
Yeah.
Versa engineer, front splitters, dive plane, but this one's special made. This one make from race car.
Cool, cool. And
Race
it's
car,
all cut,
yeah.
it's all functional.
The similar like a GT3 RS,
Nice,
and
yeah.
this one from J.K. Ding, you know the YouTuber.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he sent me the link. Whoever made it, it's called Spage.
Yeah.
Spage. They're doing arrows. Yeah, and then the rest of the car, all arrow from Versa, right?
Oh, cool.
And then Recaro seat, roll cage.
Uh-huh.
Basically engine components stock, so I won't have downpipe and ECU.
But you have a tune, right?
Stage 2, yeah.
Okay, stage 2 tune. How much power?
455 on wheel.
450. Cool, nice.
It's still minimum power for this car.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you need more control, right?
Yeah,
So,
only with a tune they
Yeah.
go a lot faster. Any brake modifications or no? Brakes are
just
stock?
brake pad.
Okay,
Underless. MS 35.
cool, nice. Another GT3 RS. Your car?
Yeah.
You want to talk a little bit about it?
Nothing special, but it's all stock.
It's
Just,
all stock?
just a roll cage and
Okay.
and tires.
Nice.
Oh, and gyro disc. So
Oh,
the
cool,
stock
cool,
carbon
cool.
ceramic are pretty expensive. They're like 20 grand
Oh,
to
okay.
replace. So
Yeah.
obviously, if you run a lot on the track, it'll cost too much to run. So gyro disc is a pretty reputable brand for replacement. All stock. Oh, and the exhaust.
Okay.
They're decent.
Did you check your lap times today or no? Just driving for
Oh,
fun?
today is wet and there's puddles
yeah.
on the corner, so no, not really. But probably around 118, 117-ish today.
Cool. Moving back, there's a Corvette CO6. Not sure what's been done to this car. I guess tires look pretty aggressive. Nankang, that's like the main brand I guess everyone's going with. And they're pretty good tires too. Lap times are usually really good with those tires. I think I need to move out of there. That's my car over there. And another Supra at the back. Quite a lot of CSCS cars. I'll try to record some more of those later. That's the M3 that you guys saw at the CSCS on the Max Attack last year. Slick tires, Pirelli DH slicks. Well, the previous tires that I was on, I didn't like them too much, but I guess they suit heavier cars better. They're a little too busy right now to talk. I think they have a bit of a coolant leak going on. I'm not sure what the other mods are on the car. I think suspension mods, brakes, roll cage. I'm not sure if it's a factory race car or not actually, but let's see if I can talk to them a little later. So Ida, tell us about the event.
So this is our first Big Fun event in this year. We have 2 more track days this year and a few more car meets too.
Cool. And which track are the other 2 going to be on?
Tioga.
Okay, you got same one. Okay, nice. Are you planning to do anything different for the next 2 ones or like?
So we may have one time attack at the end of the year if we are doing well in the first 2. So please look forward to it.
Yeah, I'll post the details for the next events, hopefully in the description below, or like, here's the Porsche 911 that you guys saw at the CSCS last year. This was the quickest Porsche out of all of them. It's a really cool Porsche. I was talking to those guys. They said it's on Olin suspension. It's on a tune running 500 wheel horsepower, and of course they were kit on it. Quite a few PFC brakes, they said. And here's a look inside the car. Not sure what the steering wheel is, but yeah, that's really cool. It's running 115.2 today, they said, but previously it has run 114 something. I'll post the lap time on the screen. This was a car that was I think it finished like 1 place behind me or something at the CSCS last year, so pretty quick. I think it's the quickest, it's the quickest Porsche that shows up at the CSCS, and I believe it's the quickest from all the Porsches over here today as well. So yeah, really cool car. Audi R8 V10. It's completely stock. I'll try recording it when it goes on the racetrack. He's in the same category as I am, so hopefully it'll be cool seeing that on the track. Another Porsche GT3 over here. Audi RS5. Another Porsche. Quite a lot of Porsche out here today. It's crazy. Yeah, let's see if we can find any AMGs actually. AMG GTC, one of my favorite AMGs. This one's doing 119 on the track today, fully stock. That's what these cars usually get. There is one at the CSCS last year that did 1 minute 15. That was tuned burning 900 horsepower, so that was a pretty quick one. But yeah, this is pretty cool too. If I have time, I might go along for a ride in that one. So I'll show you guys how it drives and everything. But yeah, I really love it.
Okay.
So driving the AMG GTC, apologize the video is a little bad because it was just done by a handheld camera, but I'll still let you guys watch some of the footage.
Really stable. See, you just like cut one smooth corner, it's not even that difficult.
Yeah.
The car just does the rest. Is really good.
Yeah,
I think the tires are pretty squirmy, that's why your cornering speeds are low. But just on better tires, this car will go pretty fast.
So I managed a lap time of 1 minute 19.6, but I do think that it can go into the 1 minute 18s if you really were to push it. I think it might not be as fast as the 911s because having driven both those cars, I think 911 really the main advantage it has is out of corners it has a lot of traction like in corner exits, whereas the AMG GTC is a little bit squirmy on corner exits, which might just be because of the weight distribution and the big fat tires that the Porsche has at the back, of course. But nonetheless, I think the AMG GTC is definitely the more fun car to drive. It's really stable. It was actually really easy to drive compared to what I thought it would be, just because it gives a lot of feedback. It's a lot more track focused than other AMGs, at least that I have driven. So far into the day, the car did a 115.1, just 1 second slower than what it's been previously, but it wasn't running right. Third gear was coming out constantly, so that's why it was a little slow. But I just fixed that programming issue. I'll go out there again, see if I can go any faster. So the programming change definitely did the trick. After that, I was able to actually run the fastest times the car has ever run. The car ran pretty consistent 113s. The best lap time for the day was 113.7, and for the rest of the day I was just giving people ride-alongs and just driving the car for fun. Visitor for today, Rich from the Boss Garage. You might have seen his friend Stefan on the channel previously.
Yep.
What do you think about the car so far?
Man, I love it. The fact that I was watching the videos hit and miss, but the way you set up the suspension and the cameras and stuff, very, very impressive on everything that you've done.
Cool.
I've been itching to get out and see this one. But to build a car from scratch with all your engineering background and everything in there, I'm super impressed.
Well, I mean, I'm pretty excited about the Audi too, but I haven't seen it on track so far. But
no, I know.
Hopefully next time. Hopefully
we
once you
kind of
get
gave
it out
up
there.
on it last year because the track was still closed in the early of the season.
Yeah.
So we did 40 pulls on the dyno last
40
week.
pulls? 40?
40, yeah.
Holy
40
crap.
pulls, which beat the crap out of it, but no leaks on it. That video's coming out, and then we'll be here first chance we get.
Sure. I'll try to be here too for that.
Yeah.
All right, let's fill some fuel in, get it started, and hopefully take it out for. Oh, I hope other cars don't get on the track, but yeah, let's try. So after that, I took Rich out for a few laps. He was a little too tall for the car, so he was barely fitting in, but he managed to stay in there for a few laps. After that, he also drove the car around for a little bit. He's also going to be posting a video on it, so I'll link his channel in the description below. You can go see his video on it as well. So that was everything for the Speed Fun track day. Really cool event. I really had a lot of fun with this car out on track again. And well, the car also did its best ever lap time so far, 1 minute 13.7. I'll link their Instagram in the description below so you can follow along and see when the next events are coming up. And well, I'll also try to be there for the next events as well. And well, also, yeah, talking about the changes that are going to be coming up on the car for that next event, because, well, this one was pretty last minute. The car was literally in 2 pieces before we even got it ready for this one, and we also missed the first CSCS event of the year just because we couldn't get the car registered in time. By the time we got done fixing the car, the event was already sold out. So but that's okay, because in a month from now we're going to be going to another CSCS event anyways, and for that one we're hopefully going to be in a little bit of a better shape, because I also had to put these new rear wings on the car that I didn't get done in time because some things didn't come in. But just to give you guys a quick sneak peek of the design, this is what the profile of the wing is supposed to look like. It's going to be a single element wing, but when it deploys, it opens up like this. It becomes like a massive 3-element wing. These slot cabs open up in the middle, and it makes crazy amounts of downforce. But when it closes up, it's like a single element wing, so there's not really much drag. It just has the same drag as a single element wing, but crazy amounts of downforce. So pretty much twice the level of downforce that these older wings used to make, but even lower drag than this one actually. So it's really cool. I can't even wait to test these ones on this car. The reason I couldn't run them right now was because the elements came in, but the mechanism that actually moves all this, that was actually ridiculously complicated to design, and for making it I had to outsource this to another company to actually make, because you need a 5-axis machine and stuff to actually even make that. So that's why it's going to be a little bit longer before I get everything for those wings and I start putting them together. But yeah, hopefully, yeah, for the next CSCS event that all should be done, and we're actually planning to put 2 of those wings on this car, one at the back and one at the front, because if we only put it at the back, the downforce they make would be too much and it would start lifting the front. So yeah, running 2 of them, we're going to have a lot more downforce with the car, and the drag is actually going to be lower than what it is on the car right now. So that's why I'm really excited to actually test those out and see what lap time difference they actually make on the track. So that's going to be coming up hopefully soon. Also, something else that's going to be coming up is the engine dyno. That might even come before this actually. So yeah, stay tuned. Quite a lot of cool stuff coming up. This is going to be everything for now. Thanks a lot for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.